What is going on, everyone? Welcome to season number 5. We are the defending Stanley Cup champions, obviously. And with that being, I wanted to jump on into game number 1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs of the season. See if there was like a banner celebration or whatnot. There might not be one, which is kind of disappointing. It's actually very disappointing, but we're still going to watch this entire game. The lineups are so far, to start things off anyways, the first line, same as last year's, Galchenyuk, Hurdle, and Bertan in second line. Kerfoot lined up with Nolan Patrick and Jake DeBrusk on the right wing. Third line are the young guns, Tim Stützle, Raphael Lavoie, and Mike Hewitt. And then the fourth line is the grind line of Ferland, Kaharia, and Wilson. And then on defense, first line is going to be Torrey Krug with Miguel Sergachev. Second line, Jake Bean with Jet Wu. And third line, Noah Juulsen with Jonas Brodin. Goaltenders starting off is going to be Michael DiPietro. And then the starter, or backup, the winner of the backup competition was Dallas Mickelson. Vivalainen, if there is an injury, will be called up. And if he gets called up, we will keep him. We'll send Mickelson down. But for starting things off, so long as Mickelson plays well, he will be staying up in the NHL. But anyways, let's jump on into this game. I haven't really been paying that much attention. Really, Kerfoot coming on over, passing over to Wu. He gets knocked off, managing to get that. Passing over to Bean. Bean makes a move. Still with it. He gets hit off the puck. Nylander now. Losing it to Nolan Patrick. Patrick to Bean. Bean hit offsides, passing into Wu. Wu now skating it in himself, passing back to Patrick. Stolen away by Mulligan. He dumps it on into Seattle's zone. Bean's going to be the man to pick it up. Patrick over to DeBrusk. Now DeBrusk coming on, passing over to Kerfoot. Kerfoot trying to pass it out in front, but that is tipped away. Nylander now going the other way. He's going to dump it on into the zone, but no, it's going to go over the boards. It's going to go over the boards. All right. Will he actually be in Toronto in 5 years? I don't know. He might be out in like 2, to be honest. Jonas Brodin with it now, going down the right boards. Over to Lavoie. Lavoie's shot, that is blocked and taken away by Fast. Fast, though, getting pressured by Lavoie. Possibly a fight and looming between Fast and Lavoie. Oh, especially after that hit. Brodin's going to get it. Passing over to Lavoie. Lavoie going to dump it on into the zone, and that's going to go over the boards. All right, so both teams. Young gun Raphael Lavoie, in 8 and 10 games last season, he had 8 points with our second line. So if we start to struggle, I'll send Nolan Patrick down onto that third line with Stützle and Hewitt. And then I'll put Raphael Lavoie back on that second line. Kaharia walking in, shot, but wide. Michael Ferland now with it. He loses it to Kepney. Kepney passing over to Foska, then over to Gianta. Gianta gets poked back to his defenseman. Gianta trying to pass it up, but he loses it to Kaharia, who then loses it and then trips up. Oh, Kaharia going to the box. He's the perfect fourth liner for us. He really is. He matches everything our coach wants, which is why I want him on our team long term, but he's a 79 overall now. Like, we might have to move on from him just because we have more talented players developing in our system. But here comes the penalty kill. Tomas Hurdle out there. Hurdle's going to throw it off the boards in the length of the ice. Morgan Riley passing it over to Nylander. Nylander poked off to the side. Passing it around the net to Marner. Marner over to Mulligan, over to Nylander. Nylander in front of the net, shot wide. Krug with it. He's going to throw it the length of the ice. Now about 1.5 minutes remaining on this power play for Toronto. Morgan Riley passing over to Nylander. Nylander trying to make a move. Passing back to Marner. Marner low shot save. DiPietro. Again, just going to throw it off the glass in the length of the ice. Now about 1:15. Passing over to Mulligan. Mulligan down the sideboard. He gets hit Picked up by Lavoie, who turns and throws it off the glass again. So about every 15 seconds, they have about 15 seconds of offense, and then it dies off with a kill. But here goes Lavoie. Lavoie passing over to Ferland. Ferland stops, saucering it out front, but no. Now that's just going to get us another penalty. Raphael Lavoie is going to be going to the box now. And Toronto will get a 5-on-3 power play as soon as they're able to touch the puck. Passing over to Fisher. Riley, low shot, save, DiPietro. Yep, the rookie Raphael Lavoie. A little shook from those hits earlier, getting the puck taken away, a little rattled maybe. He's not playing discipline. After that puck was stolen away from him from the sauce, thought that was going to be a goal, but no. No, it is not. Sad day, sad day. So 5-on-3, Jake Virtanen, Fisher, McLeod, one-time save, DiPietro. McLeod over to Foss. That shot is blocked, and Corey Krug is just going to dump it the length of the ice. Liljegren passing it over to Robinson. Robinson still with it on the sideboard, trying to cut to the middle. Cruz going to steal it and again throw it out, and that should do it pretty much for the first penalties. So we should get back to a 5-on-4 penalty kill here shortly. 5 seconds remaining. Come on, get it. Pass out front, Krug. Throw it the length of the ice. Oh, Krug gets pinned along the boards. Robertson up top to Liljegren. Liljegren walks in, shot high, and glove save, DiPietro. 1:17 left on the 5-on-4 power play now. What is Seattle going to do here? DiPietro has really been bailing Seattle out of this mess. DiPietro in his rookie season winning, obviously, Stanley Cup with us. No big deal or anything. So we have high expectations with him. Didn't see much in his development in the offseason, however. The man is still an 84 overall. So some are asking, is his growth stunted? Is he going to be done? Is he just an 84? Because if so, he probably is just a solid backup option. Ferland going to throw it the length of the ice again. 50 seconds left on the power play. Let's go, boys. All right. Mulligan coming in. Step up on Nylander. Good, Sergey. Good, Sergey. Tavares losing it to Galchenyuk, who throws it again. Yes, boys. Kill that. Kill the power play. Trying to make a nice move, but that was stolen away. Robertson's still with it. Passing over to Tavares. Tavares over to Robertson. Robertson gets leveled. Cody McLeod over to Fisher. Fisher walks in. Shot is blocked. Hurdle now going to throw it down, but that's stopped at the red line. McLeod with it. Passing over to Riley. Morgan Riley coming in over to Robertson. Robertson over McLeod, and that is saved out front. Loose puck, but DiPietro is going to find her and smother it. 3 seconds left on the power play. If Seattle wins this face-off and they're able to hit that man coming out of the box, breakaway central. All right, we even got the morale on our side. Or not morale, the energy. There it is. Hulson with it. Ferland. Ferland covering back, passing over to Kerfoot. Kerfoot not able to get it over the blue line, trying to make one too many moves and goes off sides. We got that Stanley Cup hangover happening right now. Come on, boys. Enough with this hangover. Jetwu right up the middle, losing it to Dermott, but tries to get a shot off. Marino's going to pick it up. Marino dumps it on into Seattle's zone, picked up by Wu. Wu trying to throw it up the sideboard, picked up by Fox. Dermott slap shot, loose puck in front. Fox a save, DiPietro. Oh, DiPietro. This is going to be a good goalie. I'm not sure if DiPietro is going to be our long-term future goalie. He obviously won a Stanley Cup with us. So he's going to be at least a backup option. Starting-wise, I don't know. If Dallas Mickelson develops into a higher overall than DiPietro, do we go with Mickelson or do we go with Michael DiPietro? I'm not sure, boys. Jake Bean passing over to Stutzel. Stutzel tries to throw it wide, stolen away by Foss. Now Foxa walking up the middle, shot low, but shot wide. Gardner now over to Marino. Marino up to Foxa. Foxa, high shot, glove save, DiPietro. And now Seattle will get a chance to get a full line change out there following Stutzel's giveaway. He gave that puck right away to him. Come on. Win this face-off. Win it. Good. Stutzel passing over to Hewitt. Hewitt's going to be a great goal scorer, all right? Great goal scorer. Hewitt out front to Lavoie. Lavoie shoots low. And Frederick Anderson's able to make a nice, evilly sliding save over. Pad save. Someone on this third line is going to score. I can feel it. Our third line is hot. And Mike Hewitt's going to be a superstar. I think Mike Hewitt could be the next Alexander Ovechkin. It's just he's a little bit older for our team. Big hit along the boards, boys. Nice. Glove save, DiPietro. See, I'm seeing DiPietro kind of move out of the way a couple times to get it into his glove. So I wonder if DiPietro actually relies heavily on making glove saves over, like, swallowing it up. Maybe his rebound control is just not there. Still got our third line out there against their first. They're going to win it. Kulak out front, 1T. That is blocked, deflected wide. Mike Hewitt now with the puck going down the sideboards. He's going to get hit and puck taken away by Kuliak. Lavoie now pinned against the boards. Stutzel with it. Passing over to Lavoie. Lavoie tries to toe drag around Tavares, but Tavares says no, and takes that puck. Marner now trying to make a move around Bean, but he says no. Ferland now with it, dumping it on into the zone. Morgan Riley picking it up. 8 seconds remaining in the first, and that should be it. Morgan Riley possibly a chance to get a shot. Tries to throw it out front. No good, and Jonas Brodin is just going to throw it on out of the zone to end the first period. So all in all, not a bad first period. Very uneventful. Couple big hits here and there, but the young guys, Stutzel, Hewitt, and Lavoie, they looked good. They look good, even though Lavoie did take that penalty. It still looked pretty good to me, in my opinion. Shots are 8-3. We only have 3 shots. I could have swore that we had way more than 3. It's felt like this game has been way more even than apparently is. All right, DiPietro is keeping us alive in this, if that is the case. All right, so let's get some pressure on here in the second period. Possibly get one early on Anderson, all right? We struggle against putting pucks by Anderson, if I remember. Jake Virtanen coming on the boards. That guy gets hit. Riley losing the puck out front. Virtanen, low shot. Oh, Galchenyuk, you got to put that on your backhand, buddy. Riley, pass taken over to Marner. Marner throws it on into Seattle zone, going around. Sergachev with it. Sergachev's going to pass it over to Virtanen. Virtanen going down the sideboards, goes around Riley, skating on in, backhand, 5-hole on Anderson, but Anderson just swallows it on up. Tried to go 5-hole, no good there, Virtanen. He did try to make a nice move. Look at Virtanen try to go 5-hole on Anderson there, and then in his second attempt, Zach same. He tried to do a little cut back, turn backwards type move. If he would have gone between the legs, that would have been a dirty goal, but he didn't, so that's fine. Virtanen, not Virtanen, fuck. That was Bean. Oh, I called Bean Virtanen, god dang it. Robertson, low shot, that is blocked. Jet Wu now with it, going to take it up himself. This guy is going to be a really good defensive defenseman for us. DeBrusque out front, blocker save or shoulder save anyways. Patrick over to Kerfoot, Kerfoot shot deflected by Patrick, out of play. Nolan, get it down, not up. All right, you just ruined a perfectly good scoring opportunity for us with that deflection. But I did like the passing. Our second line really does have good passing work. Kerfoot, Patrick, and DeBrusque. Nolan Patrick, I wonder if he's going to be like saving grace, like we kind of revive his career and save him from what happened in Philly. Nylander passing over to Mulligan. Mulligan now in front to Robertson. Robertson low shot wide. DiPietro is going to poke that one on into the corner, and Kerfoot's going to come out. Kerfoot passing it on over to 30, who patches it over to Patrick's. Nolan Patrick comes in trying to make a move. Still with it, trying to find someone. He gets hit along the boards, and Mulligan's going to come up. Mulligan passing over to Robertson. Robertson saucing it to Fast. Fast out front, one-timer save. Oh, Robertson gets the rebound, another save. Mulligan again with it. He gets hit. Pass it over to Foss, over to Mulligan. Mulligan out front, low shot, save DiPietro. All right, come on, defense. We need solid defensive play. We need to get a little bit more offense work, all right? We're struggling. We're struggling hard. DiPietro is keeping us in this game. All right? DiPietro came to play this year. He wants a back-to-back. It looks like our forwards and defense, though, are partying way too late. Nielsen with the puck, skating on up, passing over to Lavoie. Lavoie over to Hewitt. Hewitt losing it and gets poked off sides. God damn it, Seattle. Zone entry, all right? We must be slow. Come on, let's do it. Sutzel, Lavoie, Hewitt. Come on, you guys are going to open the goal scoring for us. I can feel it. I can feel it. Kulak passing it up to his winger. Battle along the boards, eventually passing over to Foss. Hewitt's going to steal it, though. He's got a lane. Can he go around the defender? No, he cuts back. Passing over to Brodin. Brodin, shot is deflected. Lavoie, shot is blocked. Again, Brodin, shot blocked again. Come on. Get the puck. Get the puck from him. Get the puck. Passing it up the boards, Fast with it. Breaking it on out, passing over to Tavares. Fast gets it again, over to Tavares. Tavares low shot, and that's a save. Fast again, passing over to Tavares. Tavares' shot is poked away. Liljegren walking in, low shot, save again. DiPietro, and he's going to cover it, allowing Seattle to get a new line out there to go up against John Tavares' line. Timothy Liljegren, nice young superstar. Future's bright. The guy's already a top 2 defenseman for Toronto, so he's going to be mighty fine here for them. Suarez going to lose it. Wilson going to pick off that face-off win, and he's going to get poked by their defenseman and lose it. And here comes Fisher the other way. Fisher getting a little stick battle by Sergachev. That's going to go into the corner. Tavares has it, but Sergachev's pinning him. Kaharia going to pass it right on over to Wilson. Pass it over to Krug, and he loses it over to the corner. Fisher now pinned along the boards. Tavares with it. No, Sergachev with it. Passing over to Krug. Krug still trying to get it out of the zone. Now they officially do. Going across the blue line to Kaharia. Kaharia low shot. Gets his own rebound. Save. Kaharia still with it. But Liljegren's going to hit him and take that puck away. Robertson now coming on in. Stop and go out front to Gianta. That's poked. Woo. Passing over to Wilson. Wilson going to get hit, but the puck keeps going forward. Gianta with it. Passing over to Liljegren. Now he's going to pass it over to Foxa. Foxa's going to dump it into Seattle zone. Woo. Going to pick that up. Woo, stop and go. Pass to Wilson. Wilson passes it to Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk goes along the board. Stop out front. 1T save! Tom Wilson's one-timer saved by Frederick Anderson. Seemed like he saw that one coming. Garner pass in front to Gianta. That shot is blocked by his own teammate. Galchenyuk's going to just throw it on into Toronto zone, even though it was a one-on-one. Dermott's going to get hit. Trying to get it is Galchenyuk, but he's going to lose it, and Anderson's going to cover it. Face-off in the zone. 4 minutes remaining here in the second. Come on, we got to get some goals. That was it, Wilson. You could have won it for us, and instead you blew it. You blew it. All right. We're going to win it. Bean over to Wu, out front to Galchenyuk, down low to Hurdle. Hurdle out front, Galchenyuk, low shot, save, Anderson. Somehow able to constantly be staying with this puck, even when it bounced left and right for him. Oh, DeBrusk now with it, trying to get in front. DeBrusk, low shot, save, Anderson. All right, low shots are not working. We need to find some like mid-range, high shots on these guys. Gardner skating out on up, passing it to McLeod. McLeod poked off the puck, still with it. The Fast going to get a low shot off to DiPietro, and he is just going to cover that in a face-off in the zone. Minute 40 here left in the second period. Both goaltenders playing very solid hockey. Seattle's goaltender DiPietro obviously barreling them out way more than Anderson's is. It's really more of Seattle's offense that's bailing out Anderson. Patrick, win this face-off. Good. Hulsen coming on in. Goes around the defenseman. Passing out front to Patrick. Shot is blocked. Hulsen again with it. Hulsen, backhander, save. Kerfoot, over to Patrick, back to Kerfoot. Kerfoot gets hit along the boards, losing it to Kepney. Kepney passing over to Fogle. Fogle gets tripped from behind, and now Toronto will get another power play. Late in the second, they got 15.3 seconds remaining. What a lazy play. That was a lazy trip, Jake DeBrusk. Lazy trip. Alright. Just kill the remainder of the clock. Krug over to Hulsen, who dumps it the length of the ice. Yep, that should be it. They might get like 5 seconds, 2 seconds left on the clock if they get it down. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get a shot off. Good defense, good penalty kill to end the second period. But some lazy penalties. Lavoie getting a tripping. Now Jake DeBrusk getting a tripping. Maybe we're just not conditioned. The boys just weren't ready for the season opener. They're sleeping. They're like, hey, we won the Stanley Cup last year. Teams are just going to be scared of us, and we can play our game. We can take it easy. But Toronto showing that, nah, that's not going to be the case. You're actually going to have to work. Shots are 13-11. Still in Toronto's favor, but a little bit closer for us. We at least got a little bit more offense going that period. Now we're going to start off the third and final period here on the PK. So we got to kill this one off, maybe get a shorthanded goal. Krug over to Hertl. Hertl trying to throw it out front, losing it to Marner. Marner over to Mulligan. Mulligan still with it. He's going to bring it back into his zone. And he's going to throw it on up, I think, to Liljegren. No, it was Nylander, my bad. Nylander. Nylander, high shot on DiPietro. He's just going to glove that one out of the air. Smother it on up for an offensive face-off for Toronto. Let's do this, boys. Come on. Kill this penalty. Raphael Lavoie with Ferland. Yeah, masterpiece. Raphael Lavoie wins it right on over to DiPietro. He's just going to cover that. Killed a couple seconds, a second or two maybe. We just got to do that a couple hundred more times, and we can get out of this third period. Lavoie lining up again. He's going to lose this time. Nylander out front, 1T, but shot too high. Jonas Brodin going to pick it up and throw it out. Riley's going to stop it at his blue line, passing over to Marner. Marner gets leveled. Nylander going to Mulligan, who scores! Power play goal for Toronto. The passing working phenomenally for them. Marner has sacrificed his body, and now he's the one laughing. Jake DeBrusk, you better go out there and score us a goal. Wow, Marner got frickin' leveled along the boards. I have no idea if Marner's okay, but he got leveled. Yep, Mulligan goes right around DiPietro. Not his fault, not DiPietro's fault. Offense isn't showing up here. Come on. We need someone to step up. Riley with the puck. Passing it over to his defensive partner, Liljegren, who passes it to Marner. Now over to Tavares. Tavares along the boards. Passing over to Marner. Marner losing it to Patrick. Now Nolan Patrick going to pass over to Kerfoot. Kerfoot out front, 1T save. Riley picks it up, passing over to Fisher. Fisher goes around the hit, comes on in. Marner now out front, poked away by DiPietro. Now in the corner, Seattle's going to come out of it. Nolan Patrick with the puck, going to pass it over to Wu. Wu over to Hewitt. Hewitt does a little spin move and dumps it on into Toronto's zone. Liljegren's going to pass it over to Riley. Riley to Liljegren. Liljegren out wide. Skating down into Seattle's zone. He gets hit and loses the puck to Beam. Beam passing it to Lavoie. Lavoie poked and losing it. But Sergachev's going to pick that up. But he's going to lose it to Fogle after he gets pinned. Sergachev up to Lavoie. Lavoie throwing it on into Toronto's zone. Dermott gets pinned down low. Stutzel out front to Lavoie. Backhand glove save Anderson. Fuck, man. Come on. Get Hewitt a shot. I think Hewitt only has like one shot this game, and it was almost a goal. We need to get Mike Hewitt more shots. We got our first line out, hoping to get some kind of offense going. Hurdle losing it to Marino. Passing over to Dermott. Dermott spins and gets pinned along the board, but no Seattle player is going to be close to that puck, as Marino is going to easily pick up it and break it out of the zone. Robertson carrying it on into Seattle zone, losing it to Sergachev. Hurdle coming on in now. Trying to find someone to pass to. He loses it and picks it up himself. Krug over to Virtanen. Virtanen down low. The Hurdle out front. 1T save. Uh-oh. Big hit. And now there's a fight? Oh, is Tomas Hurdle going to drop the gloves? Who's going to fight? Marner. Marino dropped the gloves. But no fight ensues. So no one wanted to tussle, I guess. Some guys pushing and shoving. Gloves were dropped. However, no fisticuffs today. 4-on-4 hockey. Stutzel with Virtanen. Stutzel over to Wu. Wu, high shoot, scores! Jet Wu is going to put it in the back of the net. 4-on-4. That's what I like to see. Jet Wu opens up the goal scoring for Seattle. And Seattle has tied this game up 1-1. I don't even think Frederik Andersen thought Wu was going to shoot that. Just a nice little step forward. Whoop. Right through the defenseman's legs, right over the shoulder of Anderson, right over the glove of Anderson. And ties the game up. Jet Wu. And now our offense is switched. Stutzel gets an apple today too. Galchenyuk wins it to Hulsen. Hulsen passing over to Galchenyuk. He stops, trying to throw it into the zone. Over to Hulsen out front. Tipped, but Anderson's going to cover it up. It looks like Seattle is all over the Toronto Maple Leafs here, 4-on-4. Toronto might just be good, even strength, but Seattle, down a man, seems to be extremely good. Galchenyuk going to lose that face-off. Now here comes Toronto. Marner over to Kulak. There we go. Kulak with it. Throwing up to his defenseman, Kepney. Passing over to Marner. Marner gets hit and losing it to Wilson. Wilson now skating it up himself. Going wide right. Stopping. Cutting to the middle. Low shot on Anderson. He gets caught up by his defenseman, causing him to take a weaker shot there. Anderson's just going to cover that puck up. And that's an offensive face-off for Seattle. Wow, they're tired. Toronto is tired. Ferland with Galchenyuk now on the first line. Ferland picking that up, passing over to Wu. Now over to Hulsen, back to Wu, over to Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk, low shots, poked into the corner. Kepney throwing it over to Kulak. Kulak coming on in. He gets poked, but does pick it up himself. Tavares over to Marner, over to Kepney. Back over to Marner. Marner gets hit. Hulsen with it. Hulsen spins, passing over to Wu. Wu pass over to Brusque. The Brusque over to Wu again. Wu gets hit, but he stands up the man. Kepney passing over to Kulak. Kulak losing it to Kerfoot. Kerfoot over to Brusque. The Brusque tries to throw it over the zone. There's a hit, and now there's going to be another tussle. Jet Wu going to drop the gloves. DeBrusque looks hurt. He's going to the bench, but Jet Wu standing up for his teammates, saying, "Nah, you aren't going to do it." He could go for the Gordie Howe hat trick. Come on, Jet Wu, win this, win it, beat Fisher. Come on, Wu, beat him. Oh, what's going on? Someone just went wide. Oh, and Fisher's going to tussle down Wu to the ground. What happened? Why did I see another? There's another fight? Is there another fight? Oh, there might have been another fight. We might have to pause, boys. We might have to pause and see if there was another fight going on. We might have had an all-out brawl. Christian Fisher. Jet Wu, though, standing up for his teammates. I just want to see, because I saw him skating by. Was there another tussle, or were they all just holding? All right, they were all just holding each other. All right. Nothing too exciting then. Nothing too exciting. Man, imagine a whole line brawl. That would have been sick. All right, so Kerfoot with Virtanen out there. Kerfoot's going to win it over to Krug. Krug tries skating it in himself and does. Virtanen now with it. Trying to find someone to pass to and losing it to Robertson. Robertson passing over to Nylander. Nylander over to Liljegren. Liljegren walking in himself, shooting right into DiPietro's chest. He's just going to swallow it. 9 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Hoping to hear some news on Jake DeBrusk here soon. Hopefully our medical staff tells us, hey, he's just a bruise. He'll be back in like a day or two. Alexander Kerfoot wins it. And now here comes Krug. Krug losing it and pick it up by Nylander. Nylander picking it up to Robertson, or passing it to Robertson. And Seattle is just going to dump it on into Toronto's zone and go for a line change. 4-on-4 is over. We're back to 5-on-5. John Tavares passing over to Robertson. Robertson poked away, gets that shot off. Getting it onto the corner. Sergachev. Now Hewitt. Hewitt gets stood up. And here comes Toronto the other way. Nylander with the puck. Passing out front, taken away by Hewitt. Hewitt curls back into Seattle's zone, passing over to Kerfoot. Kerfoot is trying to find someone, passing to Krug. Now over to Patrick. Patrick with room, making some moves. Cutting to the middle, shot, hit while shooting, and gets a weak one off. Liljegren passing over to Fogle. Now over to Robertson. Robertson over to McLeod. All right, so we're back in the corner. Sorry for that quick break, boys. Had something to do. Krug going to throw it over to the corner. All right, so Krug gets passing over to Patrick. Patrick's possible breakaway opportunity here. Out front and taken away. Hewitt tries to get that shot off, no good. Why do we have like one guy from 3 different lines out there? Whatever. Probably because DeBrusk got hurt, so someone probably got called up. Yeah, messing with the lines. Bean going to throw it, trying to dump it on into Toronto's zone, no good. Dermott going to pick it on up, battle along the boards. Pushing and shoving. All right, Brodin passing it wide to Kaharia. Kaharia out front to Ferland, over to Virtanen. Virtanen shoots wide. Damn it. Gardner gets it to Marino. Marino coming up, passing over to Marner. Marner gets the puck poked away, but he's going to pick it back up in the corner. Getting some support, but Bean gets it. Bean passing it to Ferland. Ferland over to Kaharia. Kaharia still with it, over to Bean. Bean over to Virtanen. Virtanen taking it wide, stopping, tried to pass. Holy shit! Big hit there by Virtanen. Trying to make a move is Gardner, and glove save by DiPietro. About a minute left in the third. Score is 1-1. There's our coach. He's just looking chill. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I want a Stanley Cup, 2 Jack Adams in 4 years. Jesus. All right, so Stützle, Lavoie, and Hewitt. Lavoie's going to win the face-off, passing over to Krug. Krug out wide to Stützle. Stützle with it, gets hit along the boards and losing it to Fost. Fost skating it himself. Shot, save. Torrey Krug on the boards, losing it. McLeod walking away. McLeod over to Kulak, over to Fogle. Fogle over to McLeod, out front to Fast. Fast, low shot, McLeod, save! Come on, DiPietro, just keep us in it. Get us to overtime, come on. Fogle out front to Fast, low shot, that is wide, and DiPietro is just going to cover it up. Call timeout if we got to, all right? Literally just call timeout, kill this momentum. Just go into overtime. All right, if we have to go into overtime, then we will. It's not that big of a deal if we got to go into overtime. Hurdle losing it to Tavares. Marner, high shot. Too high, though, goes over the net. Virtanen with it. Passing on over to Galchenyuk. Now over to Hurdle. Hurdle with it. Cuts back. Curls. Trying to get a shot off Hurdle. Shot is blocked. Fisher passing to Riley. Riley's got 5 seconds. He's going to walk in, just take a clap bomb. He tries to make a move, gets stepped stepped up on, and Seattle is just going to kill the remainder of the clock and get us on into overtime. All right. Big hit there on Marner. Sergachev. Just sucks that they, scored right after. Big hit, and Toronto fans are just going to be like, look at that. Made Sergachev look silly. Sergachev, obviously, in his last year of his deal, too. He's also in his last year, so his final year of the contract, we got him another top 2 defenseman to play alongside. Hopefully, he does grow a little bit more, because he's asking for like $9 million per season, just about. I don't know. I don't think Sergachev, for us personally, is worth $9 million. I feel like we could find a better defenseman that fits our scheme out there. The same overall and everything, that would actually be worth $9 million for our team. But here we are playing 3-on-3 hockey. Now our goal earlier today did come 4-on-4, so maybe we have the advantage. But who really knows? Riley out front to Marner. That is poked away. Puck is free. 1-on-1 chase. Riley going to curl out wide, passing to Tavares. Tavares cut to the middle. Gets a shot. Glove save, DiPietro. Throw it out, buddy. Oh, DiPietro, you should have thrown that one out. Don't know why you didn't. Now this is going to be a defensive face-off for us. 3.5 minutes remaining in overtime. Hurdle and Galchenyuk. All right, that's fine. So Krug with him. Nice. All right, so Krug, Galchenyuk, and Hurdle. That's a good combination. That's a good, powerful offensive combination. Hurdle losing it to Marner. Likes that hit. Fuck's sakes. Galchenyuk skating it over to Hurdle. Hurdle going out wide. Stopping. Cutting to the middle. Out front to Galchenyuk. Tries to get a 1T off, but not enough. Not quick enough. As Anderson's able to just slide over and make an easy save. Marner over to Tavares. Tavares' shot is blocked. Oh, DiPietro was able to get up in time for Tavares to get his rebound as well. He was in the splits position, was able to get up with enough speed. DiPietro's got speed, boys. He's got speed. Oh, he's a monster. All right, but let's see. Kerfoot with Virtanen. That's a good combination, too. Virtanen coming on in. He gets stepped up on by Toronto. Toronto playing very physical here in overtime. I think it's because our guys are skating in a straight line while theirs isn't. Robertson passing over to Liljegren. Liljegren cutting to the middle. High shot, save. Fisher now with it. That's poked away to Liljegren. Now Robertson gets the shot. Fisher, backhand shot, covered by DiPietro. He passed it over to Virtanen. Virtanen with it, passing over to Kerfoot. Kerfoot over to Sergachev. Sergachev 2-on-1 out front, 1T save. Frederick Anderson is going to cover that one on up. And it's going to be an offensive face-off. Come on. All right. 1:12. Now it's our time for some offense. All right. They had their chance. They didn't do it. We got the endurance. Let's go right on in. Stützle and Virtanen. Yes. Yes. Stützle. He's already got 1 point tonight. He loses the face-off. Dermott over to Robertson. Robertson over to Nylander. Stolen. Stützle passing over to Virtanen. Virtanen goes around one defenseman and dumps it into Toronto's zone. We might be able to get that, though. Bean does beat him. Virtanen picking it up. Losing it to Robertson. Now Dermott. Dermott with it. Stop and go. Losing it to Virtanen on a breakaway. Virtanen. Oh, shot the side of the net. Stützle pinned along the boards. He's going to win it himself. Oh, or not. Oh, he still got it. Still with it is Stützle. The footwork, the hand-eye. Virtanen, though, shoots it right into Dermott. 30 seconds. All that work by Stützle for nothing. Come on. Here comes Dermott. Passing over to Robertson. Robertson over to Nylander. Nylander walks in. Save. Now here we go. This is our last chance. Bean over to Stützle. Stützle's going to get cut off, so he cuts back. Passing over to Virtanen. Virtanen shot high. Anderson glove save. 11 seconds. Put our best face-off guy out and put either Jake Bean or Torrey Krug on that point. That's what we got to do. We need to have Jake Bean or Torrey Krug on that point. I think they put Bean out there. All right. Hurdle, Galchenyuk. We win it. Krug. Okay, so it was Krug. That's fine. Just get it to the zone. Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk out front. Throw it out front. Hurdle. Why are you guys in the corners? Hurdle. Tries to get a shot off. No good. And now we are going to a shootout in game number 1 today. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Come on. All right. All right. Look, boys. You're not playing the greatest hockey. All right. Offensively, you guys look asleep. Michael DiPietro has been bailing us out here. All right. So in a shootout, all right, right now in this shootout, I need you boys to win it for him. Win it for DiPietro. Let's go. Let's go. Win it for DiPietro. Let's go. Come on. Come on. John Tavares is going to start off first. He's going to come on in. Going to the right. Oh! Oh, tries a little fake to the left, and immediately going to the left, tries to slide it across the ice to the right. Tried to catch the goalie sleeping. DiPietro able to get a toe on it, though. Now for Seattle is Jake Bean. He comes in, tries to go 5-hole. Anderson just going to make a nice kick save there. No good 5-hole. Shooter number 2 is going to be Mitch the Bitch Marner. Comes in himself, goes a backhand save. DiPietro. Marner not doing anything too fancy. I'm not sure why. Should have done a little bit of a fancier stick handling, especially from him. He is known for having good hands. Now Tomas Hertl coming in for us. Coming down the center, backhand forehand goal! Tomas Hertl, the backhand forehand goal. Whoop, whoop. Just barely squeaks it on in, too. Anderson kicks it into his own net. If he was able to get his pad to the outside of that post, that would have been a save. But, you know, he glitched through the netting, through the post, and just kick saves it right on into his own net. And now Seattle is up 1-0 in this shootout. And this could be it. I believe this could be the final shot. William Nylander comes in. Cutting, making some moves, goes backhand, and yep, he makes Michael DiPietro look silly. DiPietro broken from the start, had no chance on that backhand shot by Willie Nee. And the shootout will continue now. On to shooter number 3 for Seattle. All right, shooter number 3. Torrey Krug comes in, tries to go low glove on Anderson. Anderson just bats that one out of the air. Not a clean grab, but a good one nonetheless. He's going to give that puck over the ref. Now here comes Morgan Riley for Toronto. Out to the right, pump fake, shoots high on the blocker and scores. Nylander must have saw something because they're going blocker on DiPietro now, and that's 2 for 2. Morgan Riley puts the pressure on Seattle now. Let's go, boys. Come on. Galchenyuk with it. Got a chance to tie it up. Tries to go high glove, and Anderson bats it out of the air, and that will be it for this one, boys. Oh, tough overtime loss. Very tough overtime loss there to the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're going to lose 2-1, really. We're at least going to walk out of here with a point. But really, it's not looking good to the start of the season. We're looking rather lackluster in our performance. And we need to start we really need to start playing better hockey. All right? I might trade Nolan Patrick or Torrey Krug away early in the season if things don't work out, because neither of them really fit our chemistry scheme that we would like, but they're just good players to have on our team. So until next time, guys, see you all later. Bye-bye.